2014 was a year that saw profound injustice and extraordinary resilience.
Homicides at the hands of police sparked massive protests, meaning that America could no longer ignore bitter truths of black experience.
Gabriela Navarez, a queer black woman, was killed at 22 years old, unarmed.
37-year-old Tanisha Anderson's family dialed 911 for medical assistance, and instead Cleveland police officers took her life.
America can no longer pretend that the deep wounds of slavery, racism, and oppression are figments of the black imagination. The time to address these wounds is now.
Freedom fighter Diane Nash once unapologetically declared, "We will not stop. There is only one outcome."
Black lives, men and women, queer and trans, immigrant and first generation, will be valued, protected, and free.
In the face of the tragic killing of Mike Brown, black youth in Ferguson said no more, sparking a wave of resistance against state violence that spread across the nation.
Over the past 165 days, we have stood united in demanding a new system of policing and a vision for black lives, lived fully and with dignity.
We are marching, shutting down streets, stopping trains, and occupying police stations in pursuit of justice.
Gains have been made, but we who believe in freedom know we cannot rest until justice is served.
This is the state of Black America.
There's nothing just about the current state of Black America. The median wealth for single white women is $42,600. For Black women, it's $5.
22 states have passed new voter restrictions since 2010, disenfranchising as many as 34 million Americans, most of them black.
In cities across the country, profit-driven policies fuel displacement, leading to the destruction of entire black communities.
In our country, 1 in 3 black men will be incarcerated in his lifetime.
And black women are the fastest growing prison population. Increasingly, students in white areas are nourished and taught, while black children are criminalized and tested.
The systemic destruction and destabilization of an entire ethnic group. Genocide.
Our schools are prison training camps. Our police departments have declared war against our community. Black people are decimated through numerous twisted channels that profit both the state and big business. This is a true state of emergency.
There is no place for apathy in this crisis. The U.S. government has systematically stripped away the inalienable rights our humanity affords, and we say no more.
This country owes black citizens nothing less than full recognition of our human rights.
Black women, queer and trans, will no longer be erased and ignored. Not in our movements and not in programs like President Obama's signature racial justice initiative, My Brother's Keeper.
It is time to put an end to the system of white supremacy that pits human against human to the benefit of the elite.
None of us are free until all of us are free. Our collective efforts have exposed the ugly American traditions of poverty, racism, and militarism that combined have bred a dangerous cultural rift with transphobia, classism, and illogical hatred.
This corrupt democracy was built on the oppression of people of color. We recognize that not even a black president will pronounce our truths. We must continue the task of making America uncomfortable with institutionalized racism in hopes that together we can reimagine what is possible and build a system that is designed for blackness to thrive.
We fight in the name of Ayanna Stanley Jones, killed by Detroit police at the age of 7 years old, who never got to graduate from elementary school.
We fight in the name of Mike Brown, who was killed by Officer Darren Wilson weeks before starting college.
We fight in the name of Alon Nettles, a 21-year-old black trans woman who was pummeled to her death outside a New York City police station.
We fight in the name of Tarika Wilson, who was killed by an Ohio police officer while holding one of her babies, and will never get to embrace any of her 6 children again.
2015 is the year of resistance. We, the people, committed to the declaration that Black Lives Matter, will fight to reclaim dreams abducted by racism. difference and intolerance in America.